Hello, welcome to West Ham Grumble here on Irons United West Ham. So, what a week it's been in the West Ham world. Crikey, you know, Declan being sold to West Brom. We've got Rice and Soucek disappearing off for international duty. Oh, great. And look, we had that little thing called the Betway Cup on Saturday where we entertained Bournemouth and we got spanked, didn't we? Look, this video is not about the board. This is not about finances. This is not about transfers. This is about what a shower of absolute, you know what I was about to say, that West Ham are. We are a complete circus. Mark Noble comes out against the board, basically, you know, criticising the club, quite rightly, but that whole bad taste in the mouth, that bitter pill, transferred to the pitch on Saturday. We were rubbish for the most part. We had a couple of highlights, but for the most part we were absolutely rubbish. And you just think, what the hell is going on in our club? Now, the glaring thing here is, this is the glaring thing. We got Rice and Soucek out. That just left a massive hole in our midfield. A massive hole where we just didn't know how to contain the opposition. I know it's a friendly. I know you shouldn't be getting riled up about this kind of thing. I know that. But this is not about whether we put on a good performance or whether it's a competitive match or not. This is about what it spells for the future. Rice is a target. Now, whether for other clubs, that is, he's definitely a target for other clubs. They want him. Chelsea want him. It is going to be a question of how much another team, another club is prepared to pay for him and how much the club will accept for him to go. Now, Moyes doesn't want him to go because Moyes thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. We all do. We all think he's fantastic. The club don't necessarily want him to go, but then they're going to be thinking about the Wonga. They're going to be thinking about balancing the checkbook or balancing the account and trying to get extra money. Can they cash in on him? It's all short-sighted, isn't it? It's all short-sighted. It's short-sighted because you only have to see the game on Saturday and you see what a complete arse-face we are in midfield without Rice, especially without Rice. And I make this point, no matter how much we sell Rice for and Declan, all these kind of players that we potentially have that are either showing potential or who have proven themselves, to replace those players with equal talent for better talent. You would only sell them for better talent, right? Otherwise, what's the point? So if you sell them for better talent, that's going to cost you more. Therefore, you're going to put yourself in the red over it. It doesn't make financial sense. And also, the better talent, it's a risk. They're unproven for West Ham. You don't know if they're going to be any good or not. Without Rice in midfield, without Soucek in midfield now, because he's proven himself, we are absolutely rubbish. And guess what? Other teams like Newcastle, who we face off against in a few days' time, they're starting to pick up players from the teams that just got relegated who are really good players. And we haven't really bought anybody. Well, we haven't. We've sold, but we haven't. I've always said, in teams that go down, they've still got really good players, and we should be mining those teams. We should be picking off the players, and you can get them for a reasonable price as well. But we're not buying any, are we? We haven't got the money. Don't just pull out in front of me, you twat. Do you know what? I was just about to go for an overpriced cup of coffee, but just like West Ham, I just can't be bothered to pay for it. That's it. Do they not have the money? Are they potless? Or can't they be bothered to pay for it? If you're gonna build a team, for challenge anything, you need to keep your best players. You need to build a team around your best players, but you can't leave them in isolation. There's no point in having a world-class player on your books or in your team when everybody else is mediocre around him. Football is not a solo sport, it's a team sport. And to keep Rice for the future, we need to complement him with better players around him. And you could argue that on paper we do have that, but a lot of those players just haven't performed for a long time. So where does that leave us? That leaves us very vulnerable to upsetting Rice of the future and for him going. And when he goes, we've got that massive hole in midfield. You know where I'm coming from, don't you? I said in a previous video that usually at the start of the season, I'm one of those deluded fans that thinks we're going to win the league and win the FA Cup and win the League Cup. We'll do the treble, qualify for Europe. I don't really, but you know what I mean. I have a bit of fun with it. This year, got none of that. Got nothing to be thankful for. This has got nothing to do with Diangana, by the way. You know, I'm not, you know, jumping on the bandwagon and thinking, oh God, or, you know, woe is me. I'm not saying that. I'm looking at this. We've got a lot of players that just haven't performed. We got a poor performance on Saturday. We've got gaping holes in midfield when our best players aren't playing, and if they get picked off by other teams, that's it. We're in a whole world of hate. But let's know what you think. What did you think of that performance on Saturday? What did you think of, you know, a team without Rice, without Soucek, you know, without Fabianski, of course. You know, let's not forget him. And I'm not blaming Martin, but you've got to look at this kind of thing. You know, we've got to look at our first 11, and then you've got to look at who's coming in behind. There are a couple of players who could hold their head high on Saturday, but again, most underperformed. And that's the story of our lives, isn't it? Most players underperform. And what we've got to do is change it to a situation where only a few players underperform. Right then, but let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to Orange United West Ham, or West Ham Orange United, I don't know. Check out the website at orangeunited.wordpress.com, and I'll catch you on another video coming very soon. And we've got lots more coming up on the channel as well. And check out, subscribe, get your notifications man on, because that'll tell you when all the videos are coming on. Catch you again. Ta-da. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, they reach the sky, then like my dreams they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding, I've looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. United, United, United.